you don't have interface with TCN. You only have interface with the DISCO, which is a Ikeja Electric. So we want them to improve on the service, which they promised us at that point that for the temporary measure, they are going to start with load shedding. They give us a day on and a day off. And because they put up across to us the problem of the issue of Akute feeder, we agree with the hope that that's a temporary measure. And in the network manager specifically said that within 3 months, this temporary measure would have been over. But from day one that the load shedding started, it has also been very poor.
So have they been consistent with the supply based on the load shed?
If they have been consistent, we wouldn't have still going back to the, because it's a gentleman agreement they had with us that come the temporary measure they are going to do is give you 1 day on, 1 day off, but most of the day on were never supplied. And if they are supplied, you have less than 8 hours in those days. And a small windy storm like this, the light is gone. So the residents are complaining, how was it if infrastructural decay or what happened when it's even the sky is cloudy, before it rains, the light is gone. So we don't know, and there are poor communication from them. One of the things they promised us at the meeting was that even if there's not going to be supply, or the supply is going to be held, there'll be communication with us. But nothing from it.
Thank you. Who else was that?
It's all over here.
One more person to give us details of that. Yes. So
Okay, let's him.
No, which meeting? No, the protest. Okay, let him go. Not the protest.
What's it?
Good morning. My name is Jide. I'm the Secretary General for RFO. My name is Jide. I'm the Secretary General for RFO Central Community Development. This organization comprises about 20 estates, numbering almost about 500,000 community. The issue of regular supply from NEPA has been a thing of concern to the community over the years. But it got to the peak last year when actually there had been several attempts to make sure that I fulfill their obligations to the community, ranging from peaceful protest to their head of their office in Alausa, and several meetings, calls, and all that. But last this year, that was March this year, when they also suspected that the community was getting apprehensive and people might likely resort to violence. There was a meeting that was called by them, and together with the resident from OP, because they supply the entire stretch, the same grid line. We went to a meeting at Alausa, and in that meeting we have the head of operation, you have the head of equipment, then you have the PRO, who are their top management staff. They were at the meeting, and we had the ESCOs of the two communities, the ESCO of OP, the SECOM, and then the ESCO of ACCJ, which is RFO, Central Community Development Association. And we agreed that they told us that they had infrastructural problems, and that was the main reason why they could not fulfill obligation in terms of regular supply of power to the two communities. And they told us of the challenge they are having with their Akute feeder, which they said is the main supply for these two communities. And they said they didn't have enough to go around the two communities. They now told us that, well, in the interim, for us to be able to solve the problem, they will put us on load shedding arrangement with two communities. That you have it today, the other community will have the next day, and then they guarantee that minimum of 20 hours will be given. Each time is your time for supply. So with that, they told us on the long term they had other plans. Part of the plans they said they had was that they needed to put a substation in Baga, which will beef up the supply to these two communities. They also promised that because MFM, which is another large community on that axis, were trying to put up their own transmission station, that they will get some supply from that axis and use it to beef up what they were given. That they're also counting on that. But these two long-term plans, they said, we predicated on what TCN can do. But for us as consumers, we don't have any direct arrangement with TCN. Our agreement and contract is with IE, which is Nigeria Electric. Because they are the people that are coming to collect money from us. Let me also say in these communities you have a lot of the residents who don't have prepaid meters. Majority of them are paid for prepaid meters, they've not been metered. So, and the understanding is that the suspicion is that IE, they are making quite a lot of money from this because they know that people don't have meter, so they can decide not to give them and they can take the supply to anywhere, but they will still come and furnish them with their bills, which will be mandated to pay, which is unfair on the residents. And that's why most residents always want to protest out of anger. But because we have executive committees, we try to quell all this. But for how long are we going to be doing this? So even coming back to the load shedding arrangement, since we had this meeting in March, up till now, it's about 2 months down the line, IE has not fulfilled their own part of the bargain. Averagely on a day, it will be very, very rare for you to have 8 hours in a day. And that's in 2 days, which is unfair. Look at it at this time when people are on lockdown. A lot of our residents are supposed to stay indoors. They are not meant to go out. Government has given everybody a lockdown order. How do you stay in-house if you are going to be using generator throughout the hours that you are told? So it is being so excruciating on the part of our residents, and right now people are agitated. Communities are agitated. I.e., you call them, they don't have customer service. If there's an issue, they will not pick your call. They always use the same excuse. Akute feeder, Akute feeder, Akute feeder. In fact, they have a permanent message. Immediately it trips off, they just send Akute feeder to everybody without nobody to find out what has been the problem. So these has to stop. And that's why we are taking this initiative to speak out to the media so that they will let the government know what is going on. They say TCN is supposed to do certain things. TCN, up till now, we don't know whether they have been written. We have initiated some legal proceedings against them. But we felt let us go through all these other arrangements before we go to court. But we are paying for services not rendered to us. And we believe this has to stop. Thank you very much.
Part of it is the issue of prepaid meter. People have applied for prepaid meter. They are not able. And yet, they will be being estimated. And we will insist that they have to pay those bills. It becomes so difficult. And you will not be able to make progress if you have not paid those bills. And the customer service of this, the area of Unedited is so bad that it's like they have a programmed response to you. When you go to them for anything, the first thing is that go and pay your bills. And this bill I'm contesting it is not, it doesn't matter to me. If some people want judgment from any house and the Nigeria Electric refuse to relate with that judgment, they still kept bringing the bills. They believe that ultimately you will still have to pay them those bills. This is not supposed to be so. It's only in a monopolistic economy that you can get this kind of attitude. People's feeling doesn't matter to them at all. And you can't relate to people like this if we are paying money, you should give us quality service. Now, if there's any reason for us not to be able to get that service, you let us know upfront. I mean, just like the case of load shedding that was agreed before. The days we are not supposed to have light, we will not even ask for it. Everybody else, we already zeroed our mind that today we're not going to have power. Now, the days that you are not expecting power, you won't have it. And nobody will say anything. You will call their officers, they won't pick it. You will send message. They formed a platform where all of us are part of the platform, where we're supposed to be sharing the concerns and getting response from them. You will not get response from them at all. Yeah, so it's like they are doing us a favor. It's like their words is law. Whatever they tell you, it doesn't matter what you are thinking, it doesn't matter what you find out, it's just law. So they are not ready to listen to anyone. And it's not helping business. We told them that, look, one of the things that they told us when we went to their office was that this is an emerging community and people, they come on a daily basis, the population increases. I said, that's not supposed to be a problem. If your business is expanding, are you supposed to be complaining about that? All you need to do is to find a way to expand, to cater for those, because it's more money for you. But they are not, looking at it from that perspective, because they get free money without providing the services. And you see, it's like we are on one chance. Nobody that can come to our rescue. And that's the reason why, we have to go this route. You understand? Because even if you sue them, you are not sure you're going to get judgment. Even if you write letters to them, you went to NERC, they will not, abide by the judgment of NERC. And it's like NERC's hands are tied. So, they need to change the face of this business. Otherwise, they are not doing business. They're just doing like they are doing us a favor. I think they are forgetting that it's no more government agency. It's now a business concern. And business is about offer and acceptance, customer service relation and all of that. Where people are paying money, they then get the service. So that's what we think about this. Thank you.
That we can give them as possible, just to make sure that we help them to beef up their services. But unfortunately, what we keep getting is poor services. Every now and then, we've had to contribute money either to buy or to repair transformers from our own pockets. Yet, nothing happens. There are instances where they will tell you transformer cables have been paid for. We would have to contribute money on our own to replace such cables. And at the end of the day, what do we get? Poor service. Instances where poles will be slanting and they will require replacement. I will tell you, yes, we are going to replace it, but guess what? We don't have it installed. Technically speaking, they are telling you if you need another transformer, another make a private arrangement. And we overlook all of these things. We still do our best to tax each and every one of us, to provide the funds to make this repairs. But at the end of the day, we just keep getting the same old results. It's like it has become an issue of flogging a dead horse. You flog a dead horse, I don't know what kind of response you are expecting to get. Because if you do that from today till tomorrow, the result will still be the same thing. And that's precisely what we are getting from IERCTs. I don't know why they have insisted on not pumping money on infrastructure. The level of infrastructure decay, in fact, is unparalleled. Completely unparalleled. Yes, what do we get? It's just so unfortunate.
Where was it? I think I mentioned
You mentioned the patrol issue, right?
Yeah.
All right. So again, you find out that part of the arrangement they have with us is to have like 1 day on, 1 day off. So on alternate days we have one. But it so happens that even when you're expecting to have it, they tell you the wire somewhere is faulty, or the transformer in the Akuti is messing up, or the transmission line somewhere in Okearo is. And what do you get? Yes, we are going to patrol these areas to make sure that we find the fault and rectify it. but they will end up spending the whole day making this patrol. I don't know what is it they are patrolling. They have these routes mapped out already. This is what they do from time to time. Yet, you still, in fact, it's so unfortunate. They will spend the whole day telling you they are patrolling, and at the end of the day, you will be lucky if you have power for 8 hours in 24 hours. And don't forget that, technically speaking, if you have 8 hours in these 24 hours, you're actually having 8 hours and 48 hours. I mean, it's so unfortunate. Thank you.
Okay.
My name is Ike Chris. My name is Ike Chris. And I am the Vice Chairman of our Ocean Heritage Estate CDA, Lagos State.
All right, okay. Tell us about Oshoro and, of course, the issue of electricity supply. So you look at it.
Oshoro is an estate in the Sherry community. It is comprised of over 400 homes in about 1,000 to 2,000 approximately of individuals making up living in the estates. So actually, Oshoro's situation is very peculiar because we are kind of an estate that came together, trying to do everything by ourselves because of the level of where we found ourselves initially. So we find out that a lot of things that we waited for to be done for us, just like other estates couldn't be done. So we started putting everything together by ourselves. So it got to touch us on this issue of electricity, our relationship with IKDC, which is really, really important. As regards to our expectations from IKDC as customers, we actually had several challenges, beginning from the lack of adequate power supply as a result of poor inefficiency of the only transformer that we have in our estate. So this kept going on for years, about 3-4 years. You find out that each time there's power supply, about 70% to 80% of the estate population does not have adequate power supply. It's either you see low current or no power supply at all. And it costs us money. At any time you see this transformer fuses getting blown and we keep replacing, to the point now we kept writing to IKDC demanding for a remedy to our situation, because we know clearly that it is as a result of inadequacy of our transformer that we go through this problem. So, but in essence, nothing was done. We even went as far as writing a letter to the then Ministry of Power during the Fashola time, and we were given a letter that should instruct IKDC to provide a transformer for us, understanding at that time what we're going through, but all came to no avail. So eventually, while all this effort kept getting no results, we decided on to begin to put money together. It was difficult for us. We can imagine an estate where we provide water for ourselves, provide road for ourselves. Almost everything we manage in that estate or enjoy has been provided by us and us alone. So eventually, we managed. Gradually, we began to contribute money, and eventually we got a transformer. And that transformer, when we got to IKDC to inform them, we were expecting that we're going to get a form of compensation, like because you have contributed your money to get these things for yourself, the transformer, the poles, the lining, the stringing, everything, the feeder pillar we provided by ourselves 100% without any form of assistance from IKDC. But the fortunate thing is that after the transformer, after acquiring the transformer, we also now begin to experience the power of the issue of this consistent, issuing of estimated bills. And apart from that, our people begin to get so angry. Is there no form? Is there no way that IKDC should have given us a human face in spite of all this infrastructure, the power infrastructure we have provided by ourselves, that is supposed to be their responsibility? How are we getting any form of compensation from IKDC? But all our effort was never heeded. So our own issue in this case is that while we are complaining about the poor power supply in Iseko, IKDC should also please sit up and live up to their responsibility. Right now, even during this period of lockdown and the very, very appalling power supply, they're still telling us about bringing bills to share. And our people are so mad that some of them are even ready to threatening that they dare not cross our gates. But because of our leadership, because we know how to control our people and make them that we must never take laws into our hands. That whatever we have to do must be within the permission of the law. If not, with what we are going through now and the kind of poor treatment we're getting from IKDC, it is really, really worth for anybody to really want to think otherwise.
Thank you.
In the month of April, if you look at that, that is 14,058 naira 56 kobo. That is the bill for 171 hours 42 minutes of light, which is approximately like 8 days in a month, and you are bringing 14,000 naira. Can they explain this? Is it that the person has a factory producing water or producing something? It's appalling. And the shocking thing is, at every point in time you want to come to that, and that's a 2-bedroom apartment. How much more? What's going to be, sir?
You cannot go to, since he has explained that, you can go. And that you cannot go.
So maybe we can talk about it and insert.
Okay, I can insert it. Okay.
Yeah, you can talk about that outside.